Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is Ryan Corcoran. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. Before we get into this video, please smash that subscribe button. It helps this video get spread to everybody on YouTube. Helps me, helps them learn free information, how to invest in real estate, how to make a lot of money doing so. Real quick, I am on my computer here. Let me just show you a quick video. My wife wanted Taylor Swift tickets for her birthday, and so her birthday was 6 days ago. I couldn't buy them because they're pre-sale. I'm now waiting in line. There are 2,000 people ahead of me in this queue. 2,000 people are still ahead of me. Because we love our wife, here we are. And so while we're waiting for this to load, we're going to talk about flipping real estate in a recession. As many of you know, if you've watched some of my videos, we flipped over 20 properties this year. Now, currently we have 7 properties on the MLS that have not sold. Funny enough though, last week, all 7 of these properties went under agreement in 1 week. Now, I think because of a few things. Number one, interest rates were upwards of 7%. The reserve dropped those prices by 0.6% last Thursday. And I think what that did is it might have, over this past weekend, really triggered some buyers to say, hey, this might be an opportunity for me to get in at a lower rate before the next, 6, 12 months of, whether it goes to 7, 8, 9, who knows what percent it might go to. So 2 duplexes in Providence, a duplex in Pawtucket, a 6-unit in Pawtucket, a condo in Attleboro, a single family in Woonsocket. All of them went under agreement in the last 3 days. And so I find it very interesting because I was not worried because I wasn't over leveraged, but I was getting a little worried that we'd have to drop the price down. It's even more, and all of these properties went under agreement within $10,000 of the asking price. So we're still going to make a good amount of money on these flips. However, I'm a little tentative moving forward with flips, and here's why. If you can find a deal that's significantly below value, 40, 50% below market value, buy it all day long, because I do believe things are still going to move. It's just going to be very slow. So for the individuals who've been buying property and wholetailing them, or just buying them, sprucing them up, sticking them back on the market and making an extra $50,000 on a flip, those days are kind of gone, right? You still see lines out the door for open houses. Sorry, I keep looking over because there's still 2,000 people in my queue and the ticker is moving incrementally slow. There's still lines out the door for really sought after properties in really good towns. Near me we have Westford, Groton, Barrington. We just have a lot of nice towns where things are flying off the shelf still. But in other towns like Woonsocket, Pawtucket, Rhode Island, Fitchburg, Massachusetts, right? We have things that are kind of sitting there. You see $5, $10, $15, $20,000 price drops. Be very careful with those low price point homes. I still think that 3-bed, 2-bath, 3,000 square foot home they're still flying off the charts. Because a lot of people who are buying those property in the first place, if they're spending $700,000, $800,000 or $1 million, they've got the capital to deploy regardless of whether the rate is 5, 6, or 7, right? Now I think if we see rates get to 8 or 9, you really need to be pumping the brakes. However, you got to remember that real estate is lagging, right? And so when the rates get to 9%, it's going to take 30, 60, 90 days for the market to adjust to that and realize that, right? And so right now, I think with rates in the 6s, we're really still dealing with people who are in the 5s, right? They've been locked into 4.5, 5, maybe 5.5, right? So they can still afford these. But in a month from now, we're going to be looking at people locked in at 6%. So I want you to be really thinking about, okay, if I'm going to be flipping this property, is the buying power for a buyer who's coming in here going to drastically drop, and therefore am I going to be able to move this property? Now I'll tell you exactly what I'm doing. You can take my game plan and put it into your business model. I am all done flipping single family houses and condos until I sort of feel out what's going on. I'm going all in on the smaller multifamily flips, the 2-family, the 3-families. Why? When buying power drops, interest rates go up, people can't afford properties, but they still need a place to live. Rents are continuously going up, they're through the roof. What is left? Duplexes and triplexes. House hackers, people who are looking to buy but maybe not, rent, right? This is where those duplex and triplex come in, and the model I'm using is I'm fixing up one unit extremely nice for that owner occupied, and I'm fixing up the other unit at renter quality. And I'm doing the same thing for a 3-family, fixing up 2 units at decent renter quality, and then 1 unit with granite countertops, new cabinets, making it really nice and sparkle. So those buyers can come in and have a nice place to own or occupy, but still be able to save a lot of money house hacking. Now, if you don't know what house hacking is, I made a whole video on house hacking, how I've done it many, many times, how I suggest everybody do it. It's a great way to get into real estate, save money, it's cheaper than renting. Typically you can live for free doing it. I'll put that link right here, or somewhere on the screen or in the description. Editor, please put it in the description and on the video. Thank you, Tyler. Everybody thank Tyler for a minute. He does a phenomenal job editing these videos, and I would not be able to produce these without him. So, with that said, flipping real estate in a recession, extremely difficult. I would really try to focus on a strategy that you think is going to be long-lasting instead of short-term, right? So for me, it's that multifamily. I think people are always going to be able to buy multifamily property, 3.5%, 5% down with FHA or conventional loans, owner-occupied. Great, can't afford rent, or I don't want to pay $2,000 a month in rent. I don't want to buy a $600,000 single-family house and have a $5,000 mortgage payment. I make $100,000 a year. I'm going to buy a 2-family or a 3-family. I'm going to live in it until rates come down, until the market adjusts to figure out what's going on. I have a cash flowing rental property when I leave. I'm the one who buys that off market. I rehab it and I flip it to those buyers. Outside of flipping in a recession, what else am I doing? I'm wholesaling apartment buildings, and I'm buying apartment buildings that cash flow. I don't care what happens with the rates. I don't care what happens with any of that stuff. I am buying properties that cash flow. Those keep me above water when a market tanks, when a market goes up. It doesn't matter what's happening with the appreciation. Cash flow saves the property. Okay? I think long term, you're going to see, you know, this whole 2020, 2021 era, prices are going to be way higher than that in 10, 15 years, right? So I'm still buying property. I'm still buying really good deals. For example, I just got a 6-unit under contract in Taunton, Massachusetts for $58,000 a unit. They're trading at 100, right? That's $42,000 per unit off. What am I doing with it? I'm assigning it to another buyer, taking a $50,000 wholesale fee, and moving on. And so, another example, I just bought a 36-unit apartment building with a couple partners. That building we bought for $2.3 million. It's like $70 a door or something like that. It appraised at $3.5 million the day we bought it. So those types of deals with direct mail marketing, direct to seller, and network is what I think you should be focusing on. And if you're going to be doing flipping because you still want to have that active income, maybe focus on those 2s and 3s, right? And with that, we still have 2,000 people ahead of us in the queue, and I am sick of doing this. This is absolutely insane. There are still 2,000 people ahead of me in this queue. I have been in here for 15 minutes. It's absolutely unbelievable. But we are going to end this video because my wife also did this at the same time, and she got in way before me, and so I can exit this queue now. Thank you. We have 1,900 people left. This is amazing. Anyways, guys, with that, thank you for tagging along and giving me some company while I wait this friggin' Taylor Swift thing out. If you're interested in learning how to find deals like I do in direct mail, I put together a course. It's $300. It's millions of dollars worth of my knowledge from the last 7 years into it. I'm going to put that link below. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. Let me know if you liked the video, if you didn't like the video, and please, please, please subscribe for more content. And with that, this video is over!